Hey, welcome back everybody to more MSQ playthrough. We continue here at the top of the ladder. Let's go ahead and speak with Alpha Node. And here we are, finally, at top rung. The others should arrive here alone. Alpha Node, MSQ, come up here. There's something I need you to see. What could this be about? There's a village, MSQ, over to the northeast. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the ladder in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I. But that was before I spied someone leave it and proceed to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look. You have located the mysterious person. I saw a blue pelican. I don't know what that's about. There's someone, right? They were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. Do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit, and I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others ascend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited. I just realized that the blue and the red jongleur sort of resemble the twins as well. Blue and red. One's a red mage, one's a ninja. Well, on our side, one's a scholar. Still. Dun 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 dun. You hear faint sounds from inside the building, however the door refuses to budge. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently by your reckoning. Cups are half empty, or half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. What news? Were you able to find anything of note? People are definitely still living here. Indeed. While there's no one to be seen, 'tis plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? I say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? You did? You're Tristal, the artist from Yulmore. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. We could say this very same thing for you, my friend. Glad to see you hale and whole. But tell me, what is this village? This is Emity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yulmore. How'd you get up here? As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the bright cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did, at any rate, until Mount Gold broke away from the earth. Then just as suddenly the ladder started moving again. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? So Vothri is a Sin Eater, and he's fled to Mount Gulg. It's a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Your help would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. If we are to confront Vothri, we must find a way to reach Mount Gulg. Of course. You hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't had much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Yet another hapless soul that Alphinaud saved from mortal danger, I see. Some things never change. At any rate, it seems that brother has a mind to linger. Meanwhile, I have a mind for us to explore. Mask and I are going to scout out the area. We'll be back in a while. Oh, very well then. Just take care out there. I'm gonna start doing things on Paladin. Should I? No, we're in Shadowbringers still. We are the Darkbringer. The path diverges. Let's split up so we can cover more ground. I'll go east if you would be so kind as to head west. We can aim to meet at the foot of the mountain, taking note of what we see along the way. In a short while then.
You're a sight for sore eyes. I don't know about you, but I bumped into quite a few sin-eaters out there. You too, then. It seems the closer we get to Mount Gulg, the more of them there are. Looks a lot bigger from here, doesn't it? If I were Vorthri, the first thing I'd do is surround myself with as many sin-eaters as I could lay my hands on. And judging by the number we've already faced, his lordship is of the same mind. This is going to be a tough climb. But first things first, we need to determine if climbing is even an option. The more I look, the less likely it seems. Y'shtola is right to be worried. But flying may be our only choice after all.
There you are. Master Alphino was afeard you had met with some misfortune.
Urianger. And you too, Exarch. What brings you here?
I wish to observe the final struggle with my own eyes. I arrived at Bottom Rung too late to accompany you, but I was in time to join Urianger and the others. Come, let us see how this unfolds.
Well, it seems flying is off the table.
If we have learned that much, then the Machina have served their purpose.
Ah, so that's what they were for. Wasteful, but effective.
It would seem our foe will not be reached by land or air. We must needs withdraw to consider another course. Master Alphino waiteth for us atop Rung. Thither should we make our way.
I didn't expect to see the Chais here, but I suppose it's well within their rights. At any rate, it's time to tackle our next little obstacle, finding a way to reach Mount Gulg. This, we'll need to put all our heads together.
In short, there's no path, and the sky is thick with Vorthri's winged devils.
We might consider Amaro. But without extensive training, we cannot hope to contend with the Eaters. Yulmor's airship fleet, meanwhile, consists solely of transport vessels ill-suited for battle. And without the expertise of one such as Sid, we are in no position to attempt a refit.
Oh, it's so frustrating! That wretched mountain should jolly well come back down to us!
Now, dearest, we mustn't disturb these good people at their work. We've ridden the ladder and seen the sights. It's past time we took our leave.
The lady may well have the right of it. Mount Gulg will not soon come down to Earth, nor can we compel it to do so. But if the mountain will not come to the land, Mayhap the land may be made to come to the mountain. In the form of a talos. A talos large enough to reach out and take the volcano in its grasp.
To build such a golem would be an onerous undertaking indeed. Yet the principle seemeth sound in itself.
Boulder Dash! No one has ever made one even half that size. Leaving aside the small matter of logistics, which, by the way, would be no small matter, the design would be unimaginably complex. Though, I suppose, if its only function is to cling to the ruddy mountain, perhaps it needn't be. A solid base, firmly rooted to the ground, sacrifice mobility to simplify the construction, reducing materials required. Wait, what am I thinking? We would still need a veritable army of people to do the work. Left to the crew that helped down below, it would take decades, if not a nice round century.
So we need more hands. And what sort of things would these hands be required to do?
Let's see. First, we need people to procure the stone for the chassis. The rock found in the mountain would suit our purposes well enough. It would be a simple task to quarry the stuff, but given the stupendous quantity required, we'd need all the help we can get.
We have friends amongst the miners of Armoray. I will go and petition their aid.
While you do that, I'll make for Mordsuk. I'm sure I'll be able to drum up some support.
Then I shall return to Calusia. From fishers to carpenters, Yulmore is home to all manner of talented folk. I dare say their skills will avail us.
Is there anything else you need?
Well, yes, actually. Magic. Lots of the stuff, as much as possible. To awaken a talus of this size would require an entire congregation of mages.
Many among the Knights Blessed are gifted in the arcane arts. I will recruit them to our cause.
That's nice. This is a nice way to round up everything we've done thus far.
Possess surpassing aptitude in magics. Yet they are not wont to cooperate in the endeavors of men. Leastwise, not without making all manner of mischief. That being the case, I would instead call upon the people of the Crystarium, with thy permission, Exarch.
We are at your disposal, as are our Amaro and Chocobos.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me you can call on not only the people of Yulmore and the Crystarium, but the Knights Blessed and the Maud, and even those miners? But that's just about everyone in Ballynorvrand. Who are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
Scions of the Seventh Dawn. The artist Alphino and his assistants. Absolutely not. Actually, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Let's stay with the theme.
Oh, dearest, have you forgotten already? Alphino told us that when we first met.
Actually, that may not have been... never mind.
That's a good way to
So, as
round
you can
everything
see,
around.
you will not want
That was
the
fun.
bodies. I trust you will have your design ready in good time for their arrival. Norvrant is counting on you, heir to Daedalus Stoneworks.
We'll be back as soon as we can, and we'll bring the whole world with us.
I take it we will be assisting Master Chai, though I am quite sure he has everything under control.
Have the design ready, she says. In good time, she says. Does she even understand what's involved? Before I can even attempt to design anything, I need intimate knowledge of the land, the knowledge of locals. Last I heard, no one lives here. What? A village of Yomoran exiles? But those people have every reason to loathe a free citizen like me. They couldn't possibly be willing to cooperate. Oh, this will never work. Never. I should have fixed that ruddy lift. Never should have ridden up here. Never should have. Oh dear, Darling appears to have lost the plot. But he has it in him. He's the cleverest man I know. He just wants for confidence sometimes. If you were to give him some words of encouragement, I'm sure he can give you your Talos. A bit of advice I learned from his mother. He responds poorly to obvious praise. You'll need to find another way to stoke the fires of his motivation. Awaken his sense of daring. Such a weird duty. He's plagued with self-doubt. I can't do it. No one can. A Talos of that size, no one's even dreamed of it. So, obviously don't say you're a genius. Alpha Node once struggled to collect firewood. He did, but he's such a capable lad, brimming with confidence. I suppose even the most capable among us have struggles to overcome. Still harbors some misgivings. But regardless of my own feelings, I can't do a damn thing without help from those villagers, and they're not barely likely to give it. Crystal's among them, you said so yourself. Lest you've forgotten, we essentially sent him to his death. Even if the others don't bear a personal grudge, he would never forgive us. Things won't improve by themselves. You have to take the first step. I know. Unless we take the first step, there can never be reconciliation. There is a chance for everyone to come together. Even if they hurled stones at me, perhaps it's worth trying to apologize. But what then? In the end, it's not even a question of forgiveness. Building such an enormous Talos is impossible, and no amount of contrition will change that. And even if by some miracle the people of Amity were willing to let bygones be bygones, they'd think that the plan is absurd. I think it's absurd. Well, now, to flood the very castle you sought to reclaim, such a strategy could indeed be considered absurd, yet you succeeded not in spite of, but because of it. Our own strategy may likewise seem absurd, but maybe, just maybe, it stands a better chance of success for it. But be that as it may, there are risks to consider should the venture fail. Imagining for a moment that we fail to reach Vothri and only succeed in provoking him. In his fury, he may well unleash his hordes of eaters, and will meet a horrible end. He'll build Talos for battle. I've thought of that, I assure you, but I'm afraid Talos cannot contend with Sin Eaters. If they could, I would never have come to you more. Nonetheless, I appreciate your earnest attempt to find a solution. Weirdos. Yes, by the gods, I can do this. I just need to have a little faith in myself. Right, let's head to Amity and speak with the villagers. With Tristal. My love, things are liable to become more dangerous. I want you to wait for me back in Yulmore. No, wherever you go, I'm going too. Besides, we're not the only one who has to apologize. But there's no telling what may happen out there. I don't know if I can keep you safe. Perhaps this is a bad idea after all. I don't think I have what it takes. Master Chai, that you are behest with doubt is proof that you can envision the task ahead, and that which can be envisioned you can make reality. Thus did some old friends of mine once say. Even should it be a feat fit for the divine, something has been done before, then it most assuredly can be done again by our own hands. That's a little idealistic, don't you think? Perhaps, Master Chai, perhaps. But what is man if not an idealistic creature? It's not an easy thing to achieve one's dreams. My friends can attest to that. Countless times did they meet with frustration in the course of their endeavors. None would have found fault with them had they given up, yet they never did. One step after the next, they forged on towards their goals, and for their determination, they accomplished numerous feats that many believe lay beyond the reach of mankind. Like them, you are a man of science. Amidst your doubts, surely there is a spark of desire to make the impossible possible. Come, darling, like the old days, I would be the first to see your Talos. And you shall be, my dear, but have none other at my side when my greatest masterpiece awakens. Right then, to Amity. I'm glad my words struck a chord, shall we? You have every right to be angry with us, but please listen to what I have to say. I am tasked with delivering these people to Mount Gulg, by means of a Talos of heretofore unseen proportions. However, I cannot do this without the cooperation of those with intimate knowledge of this land. That is, you and your fellow villagers. Cooperation? After you ignored my desperate pleas and cast me out, you have the gall to come here and ask for my cooperation. You've every right to be upset. Bothry's not the one to blame for your suffering. We are. We were free citizens without a care in the world, indifferent to the hardship of others. We didn't know what would become of you, and frankly, we didn't care. But we know now that what we did to you, to fool many, was wrong. Terribly wrong. No words will suffice to make amends, but I want you to know that we are deeply sorry. I'm not sure how I feel. Should I forgive you? Hate you? Perhaps it's not even my place to judge. After all, I sought a place in your city. I wanted to be you once. But one thing is clear to me. All of that is in the past, and we mustn't let past wrongs stand in the way of a brighter future. And so, I will cooperate with you. Please see our friends to Mount Gulg. You have my word. I'll set to work on the design at once. Wouldn't do to have nothing to show the others when they return with help. Make no mistake, this venture is unprecedented in the history of Talos building, nay, the history of all mankind. Rest assured, this genius of Daedalus Stoneworks will deliver. Oh, wicked wight. Is there a problem? Well, you see, I've been promised people to procure the stone as well as imbue magic. When I was put on the spot earlier, I thought that was all we required. But I forgot about one rather important item needed to bring a Talos to life. Its heart. That's right, the heart. I'm pleased to see you have some familiarity with Talos. So, while I work on the design, I'd be much obliged if you could see to procuring the ore with which to fashion a heart suitable of bringing to life a Talos that shall embrace the very firmament. If you seek material for the Talos' heart, I know people who may be able to assist. They are the Thulls, a dwarven family that have long mined this land. No one knows its bounty as well as they. If you explain your situation, I'm sure they will be willing to cooperate. Indeed, 'twas one of them that showed me the secret tunnel to the top of the cliff. You will find the Thulls at their village to the northwest, a place called Tomra. When you arrive, seek an audience with Chief Zamot, and do not forget to greet him with a hearty lally-ho. Permit me to join you, MSQ. I would keep my joints limber, and mayhap I can provide some manner of assistance. I'll leave the heart to the two of you, then. The variety of ore doesn't matter, so long as it's rich with aether. I'll aim to have my design complete by your return. Did I stare into your eyes any harder, Chinos? So this is Tomra. Seldom do we see the dwarven folk at the Crystarium. To now be in the presence of so many, I shall enjoy not having to crane my neck for a change. Tally-ho! Lally-ho? What sorry excuse for a greeting was that? Where's your heart, lad? Your stones? Come, let's try again. Lally-ho! Lally-ho! Not bad, but there's room for improvement. Any road, now that we've observed common courtesy, who are you and what are you doing here? At the recommendation of the denizens of Amity, we have come to seek the aid of the Thull family. May we speak with Chief Zamot? Why, yes you may. I am Zamot, and I bid you welcome to Tomra. If it's the folk of Amity that sent you here, you must quite a tale to tell. Come, let's hear it. Well, well, and there I thought those below had no fight left in them. That being said that, it's not like we know how to deal with that floating volcano or all them sin eaters neither. If you're serious about restoring peace to these parts, though, we'll gladly lend you a hand. However, the kind of ore you seek's precious to us too. I let you have it only for you to bungle things up and squander it like. No amount of ale will wash away my chagrin. First, I need to make sure you're worthy, by means of a trial. A trial most tricksy, passed down through the line of Thull. And what is this trial? Come with me and I'll tell you all. Listen well. As you know, we're a mining folk, and in the mining life, danger is a constant companion. So when we come of age, each of us must prove our readiness to take to the mines. This we do by undertaking a trial which tests the 3 traits of all good miners can't do without: discernment, diligence, and dexterity. We call it 3D Mine Runner. Now, look on my helm. Mark its features well. You'll be given a slingshot which you must use to shoot dwarves as wear helms what are different. I've already made the necessary arrangements. When you're ready to take the trial, report to the observer nearby. Best of luck to you. So this is for discernment. Lally-ho, you must be the challenger the chief mentioned. I'll show you to the rooftop at once. As I'm sure you've been told, in 3D Mine Runner, you must use a slingshot to shoot them as wear the wrong helm. Let's begin with a spot of practice. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So don't shoot the crystal Exarch. Nice shoot. Bum 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 bum. Aye, that's the way. Next time it's the trial for true. Let me know when you're ready. This time they'll be them as wear the right helm. You should shoot them. You'll fail. So look carefully before you let the stone fly. Well done, well done. The trial never lies. You've got what it takes to be a miner. Run along back to the chief now and get on with putting an end to all this strangeness of late. That was some impressive shooting, lad. Consider me satisfied. Aye, 'tis plain you didn't come this far with luck alone, so I'll place my faith in you and I'll help you find the ore you seek. Did you know that Coluzia is rich in sulfur? Well, it is. We've been mining this stuff since ancient times, and every so often the selfsame veins yield what's called an earth seed, rare ore steeped in magic. Time was, we used to refine earth seed for this and that, but the technique's been lost. Stuff's still out there to be had, though, provided you know where to look, and no place is surer than the Jurger's Tarot. Problem is, the site's occupied by our age-old rivals, the Gulgs. Greedy sods claim the place is theirs and refuse to let any other bugger near. There never was a more odious lot than them Gulgs. I could go on forever about those hornless whoresuns, but then we'd be here forever, and that won't get us nowhere. What it boils down to is this. If you want the Earth Seed, you've got to deal with the Gulgs. Reckon you're up to the challenge. We have dealt with far worse. I'm sure we can find a way to obtain that which we need. That's the spirit. Now, to help you find your way, I'll have one of ours go with you. I'll do it. I'll go with them. You, Korut? I couldn't help overhearing. I knew the Eaters had flocked to Mount Gulg, but I didn't know why. To think the last Light Warden's hiding up there. The fate of Coluzia, no, the world, hangs in the balance. If I can be of some help, then I want to do my part. Your zeal is commendable, lad, but it isn't so simple. This here's Korut. Young as he is, he's one of the village's finest miners. The lad's got an uncanny sense of where to dig, and his aim with a pickaxe is as true as any dwarf's. But put him in the thick of battle, and he couldn't hit the side of a minecart if he was sitting in it. If all he needed to do was dig, he'd be your dwarf. But he's liable to become a sin-eater's breakfast before he can even manage a swing. It's true. I'm hopeless in a fight, but I still want to try. Please, please let me go with you. I can take care of you. You take care of the ore. Oh, thank you so much. I'll try my best not to be a burden. If you want to take Kurut, far be it from me to stop you. Keep him safe, though, will you? We will most assuredly encounter sin eaters along the way. Though with you in our company, they will be more than a spectacle of a concern. The Jurdager's Tower lies in a cave to the east. I'm ready when you are. We'll keep to the road and head east. I'm in your hands. It seems we have a fair distance to cover. Be on your guard for sin eaters. Speak of the devils. The mask, the one on the left, is yours. See that Kurut comes to no harm. Amazing! You two are really strong. May interest you to know that MSQ is a great hero in the land whence he hails. Some would say the greatest. Let us keep moving. Really? Oh, you must have some stories to tell. That he does. Tales to impress and inspire you in turn. By all means, have him regale you with a few once our work is done. Can't wait. More of them! Stay behind us, Kurut. Whew, I don't know much about fighting, but you two make a great team. The mask is a team unto himself. I merely follow his lead. Well, it looks like they've been doing this for years to me. Is that so? I shall take that as a compliment. Did I say the wrong thing? Not at all. Your words are mere heartening. Most heartening. Indeed. I feel like a young man again. You talk as if you're old. How long have you two known each other anyway? Well... Ah, there's even more of them! This is too close to Amity for comfort. Let's finish them off quickly and move on. It's just spamming heal. It's so funny. Hurry, this way. How much farther to the cave? Not far. It's just past this rise. I believe I see it. Ooh, again! It appears we are surrounded. This done. Let us press on. Right. Ooh, ah. Just as we're about to get there. One last push then, shall we? Oh shit. We're alive! We're alive! Let's hurry inside before any more Sin Eaters come. And we will most definitely head inside in the next one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.